Hello, everybody. I decided to go ahead and record my full coming out story for you tonight. Since I can't sleep, yeah, might as well. Okay. Um, like I said in my short coming out video, I always knew I was different, and the earliest. Let me go back. From as far back as I can remember, I've always, like I said, I've always felt different. And I remember, like, when I was really young, probably 4, maybe 5, like, my favorite toy was a play kitchen set I had. And then one Christmas, the one thing I wanted the most was a Cabbage Patch doll, which I still have. Now, that on its own doesn't mean anything. I believe kids can play with whatever they want. You know, whether it's a traditionally boy or girl toy, it doesn't matter. But I'm just giving you a little background. And I had a friend in 4th and 5th grade. She was my best friend. And everybody thought we were dating. Dating in 4th and 5th grade, right? But everybody thought we were dating. I mean, we'd hang out, we'd go to a movie or whatever, or hang out, but it was nothing. And we reconnected on Facebook just a couple of years ago, and um, she actually goes by Jay now. So she is LGBT. Um, and I'm like, wow, it's you. And I remember we chatted on Facebook for a while, and I actually called him, and um, I remember telling her, you know, hey, I'm gay, and he's like, I always thought so, and I'm like, why? And says, I remember you never tried to kiss me, you never tried to do anything like that. Like, yeah, we were friends, you know. I don't like girls. Sorry. Um, but getting back to the coming out story. Um, the excuse me. So it was 6th grade when I first put a word to the way I felt, and I remember hearing it like every day at school, and then I went into the bathroom. I used to go in there, and I went into the bathroom, and I remember saying in the mirror, I'm gay. And that was the first time I said it out loud. And we had a cat by the name of Casper. This is going to sound really weird, but I remember the first time the first living thing I told was actually my cat, which it's going to sound weird to some people, but it's true. And because our pets don't judge us, our pets love us unconditionally. I knew my cat wouldn't care, but it was just the fact that I said it out loud to another living being, and that was a big moment. And then fast forward, I mean, I was bullied all through school, junior high, high school, even elementary school. I was bullied for being different. And I was always the shy kid, which I think was my a wall I built. You know, if I'm shy, you know, no one else can get in, no one else can see, no one else can know who the real me is. And fast forward to 8th grade, sitting at a lunchroom table with the few friends I had. Excuse me. Sorry, still getting over like a sinus thing. And I lost my train of thought. Sitting at the lunch table with the few friends I had, I remember turning to my one friend, who, by the way, they were 90% girls. And I remember sitting there, and I turned to my friend, and I said, just loud enough for the table to hear, I'm gay. And she's like, did you say what I think you said? I said, what did you think I said? And she's like, you just told me you're gay. And I said, yeah, I am. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, that's it? She's like, yeah. Do you like anybody? Yeah, but I'd rather not say it now. So the bullying intensified after that, but I had an escape, and my escape was reading. I love books, I love reading, and that was my escape, along with writing. I used to keep journal-type books, what you call journal book, whatever. I had a bunch of them. Nobody ever read them but me. But I'd write in there, and I'd write either short stories, I'd write poetry, which, yeah, you look at me and think, what, you wrote poetry? I never said it was good, but I wrote. I don't know where they are now. I got rid of them, I guess, after school or whatever, after I graduated. Sorry, got like an antivirus pop-up. So, yeah, school went on, and I was in 8th grade. It was, I graduated high school in 96, so that would have been 92. Yeah, we'll call it 92. When I came out to friends. I believe it was end of freshman year, no, end of 8th grade, beginning of freshman year. I remember going up to my mom and saying, it took a lot of courage for me to do this too. I remember going up to my mom, remember it's the end of 8th grade year, beginning of freshman year. I went up to my mom and said, what would you say, or what would you think, if I told you I was gay? That was my way of, like, testing the water. I asked her this a few weeks ago, and she's like, I remember that. I said, yeah, I did it. Believe me, I remember. And I guess the answer I got, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly, but she said something like, I'd still love you, but don't expect me to... I'd still love you, but don't expect me to accept your lifestyle, or something. I think she said something like that. And she's like, why? I said, no, just wondering. Just wondering. and left it at that. Fast forward to the summer of 2012, and I went to I googled PFLAG and trying to find the closest PFLAG chapter to my house, and I found it, and I called, and I said, I'd like to come to a meeting. Where do you meet? And she told me, and I'm like, okay. And I drove out there, and I remember sitting in the parking lot, just waiting, just looking. And I saw two guys go in. I saw two guys go in with who I later are my friends now, Ron and Tim. I won't say their last name. I'm like, okay, alright. And I saw somebody put suction cup a rainbow flag to the outside of the window. And I'm like, okay, alright. I know it's a safe place. I know what the rainbow flag is. And I know that's a safe place. Even though it's meeting in a church, I know it's a safe place. Okay. So, I slowly walk in. I walk in the door, one step, and freeze. And I just stand there. I probably looked like a deer caught in headlights. I was nervous, a little scared, and unsure. And probably looked completely lost. And I remember somebody said, "Are you here for the PFLAG meeting, honey?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And come sit down. Okay. I walk over and somebody stands up and gives me a hug. And I'm like, fine. I'm in a safe place. I'm home. And thank you, Ran, for making me feel completely welcome. And letting me know that, yeah, I'm in a safe place. And they said, you can say as little or as much as you want. If all you want to say is your name right now and just listen, that's fine. You don't have to say anything. I ended up spilling my guts. I was holding it in so long, I needed to talk. And they let me talk. And I told them everything. Everything I felt. And my need to finally come out, because I need to be my true self. I need to be who I am. And I needed that. I needed that. And they made me feel so completely welcome. And I just let it all out. And I told them everything. When I first knew, who I first told, everything, just everything. That was in May. Fast forward a little bit to July. I had taken some PFLAG pamphlets. So Now You Know was one of them. And since my parents are religious, I took one that said, what's the title of that booklet? Being Gay and Religion, or something like that. And it goes over, all the clobber verses, and it tells people, hey, it's not what it actually means. It's not targeting gay people. I'm not getting into that. That's a whole other video. And I put them out on a like end table, coffee table type thing. And just left them there for my mom and dad to find. And lo and behold, I get a call on my cell phone at work. It says, so. It was my dad called, and I'm like, oh, okay. Oops, sorry, can't say that on YouTube. Edit. I'll have to figure out how to do that. Anyway, my dad calls and says, so we found those pamphlets. I'm like, yeah. He's like, is it, so are you gay? I said, yes. And it felt good to finally say it. And and it's funny because this was 2012. So I was 33, 34, 33, and 33. And so my dad's next question is it a phase? Look, 33. Is it a phase? No, it's not a phase. No, it's not a phase. I'm not paying for Spotify, that's why there's commercials. Sorry. He's like, okay, so you know for sure. I'm like, yeah. You're not experimenting? No. I know for a fact, I've known for a long time that I'm gay. And he's like, okay. I said, plus I got, no, it's not experimentation. I know I'm gay. I've known for a very long time. And he's like, so, how long have you known? And I said, forever. But if you mean actually known I was gay and what the word meant, and that I was gay, that I am gay, I said, very long time. 6th grade. 5th grade. 6th grade, actually. And he's like, okay. He's like, there's a lot of diseases out there. You're safe, right? I'm like, Dad, I'm fine. I'm safe. I'm always safe. And he's like, okay. He's like, you're going to have to talk with your mom because she was crying a little bit. I'm like, okay. I love this song. And my my mom's, of course, number one question is about grandkids. You know, I have 2 nieces, so you know, I'm like, Mom, I can still have kids. I can still have a biological child through surrogacy. It's doable. I can still do that. Well, test in vitro. You know what I mean. I can still do that. I can still have a biological child. And I think her big worry is because, you know, I don't have a boy. The family name ends. So I can still have kids. Plus, I always told you from the time I was little that I wanted to adopt. And I do want to adopt. There's so many kids that need homes. I want to adopt. You know, I want their final stop in foster care to be my house and say, you found your forever home. You're home. I always wanted to adopt, and I will. But, and I have to say this, I sent Facebook messages. The first family member I told was my aunt, actually, Marjane. I won't say her last name. Because I knew she'd be out of everybody in the family, she'd be the most accepting. And then I sent Facebook messages to my cousins that live in Florida, my godmother, my sister, both of my nieces, and my brother's girlfriend, Mikey. And I said, can you please tell Jerry I don't think I can do it? I said, please tell him. And she's like, okay, I'll tell him if you want me to. You sure you want me to? Sure you don't want to tell him yourself? I'm like, please tell him. I told everybody else tonight, please tell them. Please tell him. Out of everybody in my family, out of my mom, my dad, all my cousins, my sister, my nieces, it was my brother that I was scared to tell the most. That I was the most scared to tell. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because, even though there's 10 years difference between me and my brother, 9 years, a little over 9 years, we were so close. He took me to my first concerts. You know what I mean? I'll never forget it. World Series of Rock, Skid Row, White Snake, Great White. Anyway, okay, I had a little crush on Sebastian Bach. Anyway, I have a little backtrack. I remember growing up, one of my favorite shows was The Wonder Years and Doogie Howser, MD. Hello. I always thought Neil Patrick Harris was cute. Anyway, it was my brother that I was the most nervous and the most scared about as far as telling him. I don't know if I thought that he would react so negatively that he would totally lock me out of his life, because that would crush me. I was just scared to tell him because he's my big brother. I'm the baby in the family. I'm the youngest. It's my brother, my sister, and me. And I guess to lose the love of your brother and your sister would be totally devastating. I was lucky. I was so lucky. My parents are fine. They're totally accepting now and totally okay with it. And it's getting easier to discuss stuff with them. My sister was completely okay with it. I keep asking her every once in a while, and she's like, "Fine, I love you. It doesn't matter to me as long as you're happy and you find the person you love. So what if it's a guy?" She's like, "I'm cool with you being gay. It's fine." She's like, "And you better," but she's like, "You'll find the person you love. You'll find the right guy." I'm like, I hope so. And my brother was totally fine with it, and his response was priceless. He said, "Don't worry, I'm fine with it, and but you're still my little buddy." That meant more to me than people ever know, because to have the total acceptance of your family. There was one family member I didn't tell, and I could care less what he thinks of me, is my uncle. I really don't care what he thinks of me. But I do wonder sometimes, because both sets of my grandparents are deceased, I always wonder what my grandmas would have thought. My dad's mom was big into church. She was the Sunday school teacher and all that stuff. I often wonder what she would have said. I remember going to my mom's, so my grandma on my mom's sides. Yeah. I remember going to my grandma's grave, the grandma on my mom's side, so my mom's mom, and my mom's stepdad's grave. And I remember kneeling down at the tombstone and saying, "Grandma, Grandpa, I'm gay." And this may sound corny or whatever to some people, but I felt at peace. I felt that she would have been fine with it. I felt she would have been fine with it. I really do. My dad's mom, I don't know. I really don't. I like to think she'd have been fine, but I really don't know. I think she would have been okay. I really do. I think she would have been okay. If I could give any advice to LGBT youth out there, come out when you're ready. I came out to my family a little later in life. Do I wish I would have completely come out in high school? Yeah, of course I do. But I could have had a little more fun in high school if I'd have come completely out to my family. You know, I would like to think I could have actively dated in high school, maybe. There were a few other known out gay kids when I was in high school. And I wasn't enjoying myself. But I wasn't ready at the time, I guess. I just wasn't ready. So you gotta come out when you're ready. Don't ever let anybody force you out of the closet. Don't. If you feel and if you know it's not safe for you to come out, don't. There's no rush. There's no race. There's no contest. You gotta come out when you're ready. And if you feel the need to come out to somebody, pick your closest friend. The friend you know you can trust. And tell one person. Sometimes that helps a lot. I know that helped me. And there's plenty of references out there now for you. There's other YouTube videos you can take some stuff from to help you. Don't come out via text. Don't. I mean, sometimes it's okay, but I wouldn't suggest coming out by text. There's plenty of other resources out there. There's GSAs. There's Gleason. There's PFLAG. And you can always go to PFLAG, knowing that is safe. And sometimes, you know what? Maybe your parents will be totally, completely fine with it. And I hope it goes well for all of you. I know there's still some horror stories out there that happen still today when people come out, when kids come out. So you gotta know it's safe for you. And I know it might suck, but sometimes it's best for you to remain until you're independent. And that might really stink. Sometimes it's the safest thing for you to do. I'm not saying stay in the closet. If you want to come out and you know it's safe for you, come out. But always, I suggest starting and telling your friends first, and maybe other family members that you can trust, and that way you have that safety net if the worst case scenario happens. This video is approaching 30 minutes, and that's basically my coming out story. And I'm completely out at work, and I work in a school. I work for a school district, so K through 8, so pre-K through 8. So, and I'm completely out at work, and it's a non-issue, at least in Illinois. So yeah, no secrets. Again, if you have any questions, please ask questions. I'll answer as long as they're appropriate. I'll answer. And I want to thank all my subscribers that I have now. I know it's not a lot. I'm hoping to gain an audience, and I'm hoping my YouTube videos get a little better. And I think this one was pretty good. I'm still using a laptop, but it'll get better. Alright. And remember, I know it's a cliche line, but it does get better. It really does. And always know there are people out there for you. There's resources out there for you, and there's an entire community out there for you, the LGBT community, that supports you. And reach out if you need help. There's always the Trevor Project. There's always, like I said, people like. So reach out if you need help and if you need assistance. Okay. Alright, thank you, and goodbye till next time.